Hello, welcome back. I'm Statman Dave. Today we're going to be explaining how Mikel Arteta has turned things round at Arsenal. Remember to subscribe if you are new, smash that like button and come and check us out on Twitch where we stream Monday to Friday at 11 AM. But anyway, let's get this party started. After a torrid start to the season, Mikel Arteta seemingly has got Arsenal back on track. And with his best players to choose from, the Gunners look like a different proposition. So today I'm going to be explaining what's changed at the club and why Arsenal fans should be hopeful for the future. In their back-to-back defeats at the start of the season, not only was Arteta without many of his key players and the new signings, but Arsenal faced two of the best sides in the country and newly promoted Brentford, who have shown themselves to be capable of mixing with the best. Since then, Arteta has integrated his new boys and seems to have found his best 11, which in itself has been a major boost to the fortunes of the club. One of the biggest improvements has come from right back, with Japanese international Tomiyasu. The deadline day signing has provided a solid foil for Arsenal's other fullback, Kieran Tierney. Whilst Tierney is a dynamic wing-back that gets up and down the left flank all day and usually holds the width in the final third, Tomiyasu is a lot more reserved and usually holds his position to create a back three in possession. Technically very good, calm in possession, but also defensively solid. Tomiyasu is Arteta's unsung hero. His positioning when he creates the back three gives Tierney the freedom to get high and wide, which is integral to the rest of Arsenal's possession shape. With the ball, Arsenal largely resemble a 3-2-3-2. All three of the base, Gabriel, Ben White and Tomiyasu, are good with the ball at their feet. Whilst in goal, Aaron Ramsdale has been a revelation. Whilst it's still early days in his Arsenal career, Ramsdale is yet to put a foot wrong. His ability with his feet make him a drastic improvement over Bernd Leno and allows Arsenal to involve their keeper in the build-up, giving them an extra man to outnumber the opposition's press. He's also been a major improvement in goal, and Ramsdale has almost saved Arsenal a goal per 90 compared to when they played Leno according to post-shot expected goals. His calmness in build-up allows Tierney to get high and wide early, which allows the left winger to drift inside, creating a U-shape in the centre of the pitch. This not only gives Arsenal's deepest players 4 central passing options, but it also creates diagonal passing lanes to one another, which allows them to carve through the opponent's lines with ease. This kind of build-up to drag the opposition onto them before playing through pressure to create a large amount of space for their forwards to break into has become a trademark of Arteta's Arsenal. The likes of Tomiyasu, White and Ramsdale only improved their ability to play this way. We saw this perfectly with their second goal against Spurs. As White is in possession, you can clearly see Arsenal's possession shape with the central U. While Spurs have congested the centre to block these options, it leaves massive space out wide that Arsenal can look to use. Ben White goes sideways to Gabriel, who finds Tierney. Tierney drives at Dele, but turns back and passes it to Gabriel. The centre-back goes back to Ramsdale, who attracts pressure before passing it to Saka. Saka rolls that pressure, finds Smith-Rowe, who drops it off to Tierney. Tierney finds Emile, who flicks it round the corner for Smith-Rowe to create, carry into the penalty area and cut the ball back for Emile, who finishes into the bottom corner. This was a superb passing move from Arsenal and actually came after 11 passes and 38 seconds of continuous possession. But Arsenal's deepest players don't just offer safe, short passes. If teams decide to sit in a mid-block and not give them the space to break into, their 3 centre-backs can all play line-breaking passes into the forwards, and there's lots of different options. The interiors, Odegaard and Smith-Rowe, are very technical, who can receive and control in between the lines before linking with a teammate, or they can turn and play through, whilst the highest two, Aubameyang and Saka, offer a threat in behind and in the channels. This possession shape and Arteta's preferred players offer a lot more balance to his Arsenal side, and there's also still room for variation. We've seen the likes of Odegaard drift wide to the right-hand side to create overloads, especially if the opposition block off the central space. But without the ball, we've seen a much more disciplined Arsenal too. The return of Gabriel is massive for the Gunners. The 6'3" Brazilian adds a lot of physicality to Arsenal's defence, and his aggressive style blends well with Ben White's more reserved game. The duo have shown the makings of a great defensive pairing, which is extremely promising given the fact that they're both just 23 years old. Without the ball, they defend in a narrow, compact 4-4-1-1, which removes most of the space in between their lines. Whilst this does open up space out wide, the 2 centre-backs plus Thomas Partey offer good defence against crosses. But if teams do try and play through them, it leaves them very vulnerable to Arsenal's counter-attack. Again, we saw this in Arsenal's goal against Spurs, this time the third. Ndombele in possession. He carries and passes it to Harry Kane. Kane looks to play through, but Partey steps in. Xhaka finds Odegaard. Odegaard finds Smith-Rowe, who releases the youngster. Saka carries to the edge of the box. His pass is blocked, but recovers possession and finishes. This is a wonderfully fluid counter-attack from Arsenal, but if we take it back to when Kane is in possession, you can see how compact the Gunners are. Whilst the striker has 4 options ahead of him, Arsenal's back 4 is no wider than the 6-yard box, making them extremely difficult to play through, especially with a band of 4 in the front. Then, before Kane can make up his mind, he slips and Partey steps in. Then Odegaard's counter-directional dribble and Smith-Rowe's switch out to Saka completely unsettles the Tottenham defence and creates a 3v2 in Arsenal's favour. Yes, Saka got a little bit lucky with the tackle, but it's a goal that was completely deserved. Whilst the defensive new boys create the platform, it's the forwards who Arsenal fans should be most excited by, specifically the 3 behind Aubameyang. Emile, Smith-Rowe and Bukayo Saka are the future of Arsenal Football Club. Both grabbed the goal and assist in the North London derby, but Saka edges it for me. He finished the game with an 83% pass accuracy, 54 touches, 4 tackles, 3 chances created, 2 shots, 1 goal and the opening assist. The duo helping out defensively and running in behind are able to create space for Martin Odegaard to pull the strings and knit Arsenal's attacks together. And to go with the youthful energy and quality, we're starting to see a more mature Arteta. In the past, Arteta has constantly favoured 2 proper defensive midfielders, like Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey in most matches. But Arteta is now being bolder. In the big games, he's going with 2 defensive midfielders, but against the weaker sides, we've seen Martin Odegaard push deeper into the pivot, creating space for another forward into the starting 11. This gives Arteta options to play different combinations in different situations. And given that all of Arsenal's first team options for these positions are very capable in terms of playing progressive line breaking passes, Arteta isn't losing too much ball progression if he goes for the safety first combo. But it can work out of possession too. Against Burnley, Partey almost defended as a 3rd centre-back just in front of the defence. This meant that Arsenal had a greater presence when Burnley threw long balls up to their strikers. Either Partey would win the first ball and the centre-backs would challenge for the second, or the reverse would happen and Partey would be on hand to win the ball back. This helped them deal with Burnley's physicality, but with Odegaard playing alongside the Ghanaian, Arsenal still have a considerable advantage on the ball. In fact, it was Odegaard's line-breaking pass to Saka which led to the forward being fouled on the 28th minute, winning the free kick that Odegaard dispatched to take all 3 points home. And on top of all of that, Mikel Arteta has finally got Aubameyang finding the net. With 5 goals in the opening 6 games of the season in all competitions, he's in much better shape than he was last season, when it took him until the middle of December to reach 5 goals. With a solid back 3, 2 progressive midfielders creating a U-shape with their playmakers, Kieran Tierney running down the left flank and an informed Aubameyang and Saka, Arteta's Arsenal look to be in a much better place than they were after 3 games. If they can continue working on this shape all season, Arsenal fans should be much more hopeful in 2022. But anyway guys, what do you think? Has Mikel Arteta turned things around at Arsenal? Let me know in the comments below. I've been Statman Dave. Subscribe if you're new. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, why not check out some more content on the Statman Dave YouTube channel.